Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So I have a trend line here, and I just want to show you where that's coming from, and that's coming from the weekly chart. You can see there's a first fractal, there's a second fractal there, so that is the top of the trend line from this consolidation break. It was here, and you can see we've got above it, try to find support on it, got back below it, and now we're using it as resistance again. So now the probability of it breaking up and continuing through this weekly pattern, which is pretty much just a channel, let's bring it in, it's a bit of a messy channel, but that's what it is not very high. It's probably so if you put it into percentage, it's 25% probability of a break and continuation, more of a 75% if it breaks the downside that it's going to drop, and the drop is something like that. So that would be 35, 45. So 35, 45, 35, 50 area would pretty much be the target. So that is a massive situation. So it would obviously have to break below this level here, and that would be a 13% correction. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I'm not trying to put fear in your head, just keep that in the back of your mind. It's big breaks that would have to happen for that to transpire at the moment. So this is not an area to be long. I think that's the bottom line. If you look at the 3-hour, oscillators group the upside, top of this area of resistance. You've only got a 25% probability of it breaking and continuing, so keep the money in the pocket, take those sure bet trades. Not to say that we need to short this just yet, because you're going to have support coming through. So the first thing is the high of last week, which is right there. And then you have this area of congestion here, 43.60. Okay, so looking at the hour, you can see yesterday was pretty much drifting down. Then we got inside bar. Nice setup, not really off any structure, and it also missed the gaps. I'll show you that now once we finish with this. But trend is up, consolidation, second leg up. This is really tired. I mean, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about bubble, and everybody's scared at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, a trend is up, and everybody likes the cheap money, so they keep buying. Personally, my long-term portfolios is in cash at the moment, and my trading account is kept to small trades and pretty tight stop losses at the moment. So that's kind of my view of what's going on. I'm not really interested in chasing longs at this level. I want to see a decent pullback, and I'm prepared to wait for it. So if we look at this, I'm not interested in longs here. Long it will definitely come in off the weekly high. So any pullback onto here, buyers will step in, but it'll more than likely be capped by this trend line at 43.92. So the upside target for me is still 4,400. I still think the pullback onto structure and then a move to 4,400. We're very close. There's a chance that it dips quite deeply, but then comes up and tests that level. That's also a possibility, but that level will be tagged. There's no two ways about it. Let me just put it in for you. It's roughly around there. We are so close to that level. It's a big round number. The bulls will definitely be driving for that. That's what they are driving for at the moment. Okay, so let's just look at the 15-minute. I said to you the gaps were missed. So let me just use a block here. And just fine tune that to the bottom. There we go. So there's our first block gap. There's our second gap there. Okay, remember I ignore the tails, and that's just based on my back testing that I've seen. It always comes back with a body close, not a tail close. And look at this. That didn't close at all. So this structure here didn't even get down to the gaps. it's basically played out like it's supposed to play out, because what happens is the close of that bar before the gap is always the first area that people buy into. And you can see the trades came in just a couple of pips above that level, up, came back to test it, and guys used that as a second entry, and up it went. No profit taking as yet, but I think it will happen soon. If you look at the 15 minutes, you can see sideways. So it could very well happen today that we sort of consolidate and then have some results or something coming through from earnings is going to push us up to there. And then it's decision time. So my advice for you at the moment is 15 minutes is the way to go right now. It'll allow you to keep tight stops and keep your position size small. And you're looking for small and tight targets at the moment. You're not looking for anything over a day or two right now. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Very cautious and still looking for longs, but looking for longs off structure. So pullbacks are to be bought until we tag 4,400. Once we tag 4,400, then we need to reassess and look what's going on. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.